There are always new skills to learn in the kitchen, so we're getting a lesson from a local pro.
Yes, indeed. Molly Reel is live in Sacramento this morning, learning how to cook like a real chef.
Like a chef.
Hey, good morning, you guys. We're going to have such a fun morning. We're in the kitchen with Najina Guyton. She is the current chef owner of Jim Denny's, soon to be in a year, exactly a year.
Yeah.
La Rougarou, which we will
next
talk
year.
about. That's so exciting. Now, Chef, you grew up, you were born in New Orleans, moved here when you were about 7 years old,
Yep.
and spent your entire culinary career cooking here. Started with the Perigary's family, worked for the Sellens family, and it really speaks to your love of local. I mean, you love local, don't you?
I do. This, listen, Sacramento is absolutely amazing when it comes to what we have access to. It's that, 2 hours away from everything. And so not only 2 hours away from being able to snow or go to the beach, but it's also 2 hours away for great seafood. It's 2 hours away to, the valley that has amazing produce that is grown so locally. It's literally like being a kid in a candy store if you cook here. And I think that also, even if you live here, home chefs, home cooks, I don't think that we realize how lucky we are. I go to other states and you don't have that access of wine and veg and food and meat. The resources are so close, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's your, growing up with Southern food and then your knowledge and love of the local agriculture here that really makes you stand out. Now, let's talk through it. You opened the restaurant South in 2014. It closed in 2022. Very painful for both you and Sacramento, the people who loved your food. That restaurant was so loved, which is a testament to how talented and, passionate you are. It's closed. It won't come back, but there's a lot to celebrate and look forward to, right?
There is. And having Jim Denny's now, every week there's someone that comes in that wants to, wax poetic about South. And again, sometimes that gets a little hard. It's South, I love South just as much as Sacramento did. And it was I still think I'm grieving through the loss of that restaurant. But like anything, you really can't keep reopening the wound on that grief, and you do have to have a transition to move on. And La Rougarou is going to be such an amazing experience of reinventing what that baby was and sharing that with Sacramento. And I'm so excited for it.
And just in a sentence, if you even can, what will La Rougarou mean? By the way, it means she-wolf.
Yes, it does. A bigger, badder version. In one sentence, La Rougarou is going to be where South was kind of like me as a mom with young kids. La Rougarou is going to be an expression of Najina as, kids are getting ready to go to college and they're graduating and more mature and more elevated and definitely a little sexier. When you go in there, the design team they're doing some impeccable stuff.
Oh, I can't believe we have to wait for a year, but it will be so worth it. Okay, through this morning, she is going to be making...
I'm making a curried ginger meatball we're going to serve it on some jasmine rice with some cilantro on top. This is a very easy dish. This is my go-to with my kiddos. It's something that I can prep ahead and do it in the morning, and then when I get home at night, I'm just searing meatballs and making the sauce, and it's a really quick pickup, and also it's very affordable too.
Beautiful.
Being a single mama, groceries are expensive right now. So that said, I got to make sure that, we're making budget meals as well.
Well, gosh, we are going to be celebrating the future of the new Najina all morning long, and I cannot wait to make this alongside of you. So I hope you guys will stick around. Hey, if you go to our Facebook page, pretty soon we're going to post a picture up there where you can ask Najina any culinary questions about cooking at home. So look for that soon. Ask your questions, and we'll answer them in the 10 o'clock hour. We will see you soon.
Like a chef. All right.
Like a chef.
Thanks, Malls.
Thank you, Molly.
Well, she is responsible for some of the most memorable meals that I know a lot of you have eaten in Sacramento. But what does she do when she cooks dinner at home? Hey, welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. We are in the kitchen with Chef Najina Guyton, chef owner of Jim Denny's. Next year, soon to be La Rougarou, which we're very excited for. Right now, we're putting together some meatballs.
Some meatballs. So we've got, if you follow the recipe that's available online, we've got shallot, ginger, and garlic. And we've got a really beautiful kind of caramelized color with these aromatics. And this is cooled, so it's not hot going into the meatball mixture. We've already got breadcrumbs in there. We're going to snap some eggs in there. These beauties. You don't got to use a lot. I know the cost of eggs on the street these days. So we're going to put one egg in there just to help bind everything together. And then I like doing my meatballs with wet hands. I find that it is a lot easier to construct the actual meatball when your hands are wet. The meat sticks less to your hands, and you get a really, really smooth consistency on the outside of your meatball.
And as you're mixing that up, do you use a light hand, or you're not trying to pack it too much together? Does it matter?
Yeah,
Okay.
you really are using a light hand. You're not trying to pack it up together. If you viewers out there, if any of you have ever like made biscuits or dough, it's kind of that's the what you're doing. You're just kind of lightly folding everything into itself. And if it's a little too wet for you, again, you can put some more breadcrumbs. We're going to put a little more breadcrumbs. Molly, do you mind?
Yeah.
So we're just going to add those in there like that.
More?
Yep.
Okay.
Donka.
Good.
There we go.
Cool. Okay, so after this step, you want to make them all, maybe you want small meatballs or bigger meatballs, but you want to make them all the same size if you're going to cook them together.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so again, with these wet hands, we're going to take a little pinch like this and roll that. Look at that little baby.
Yeah, that's
Look at that. Just like that.
And I love this recipe you mentioned. It's budget friendly, which I think everyone is appreciative right now. It's pretty, I mean, it's healthy. It's
healthy.
It's a good way to stay lean.
It's very easy. It's budget friendly. It's healthy. You can make it ahead of time. So like if I know I'm going to have like a crazy week, I work 10 to 12 hours a day. This is something that while the kids are getting ready for school, I can make this in the morning. I can throw them in the fridge. And by the time I get home, even though I'm exhausted, because it's important to me that my kids have a cooked meal every day that they're with me. So when my children are, with me, which is about, 4 days a week, I'm doing a home cooked meal.
Okay.
And so this just makes it really easy where you can just come home because the sauce comes together super fast. And just come home, sear them, get your little glass of wine, answer some emails, and then, get it going. And it's always a winner. Like these kids never hate this meal. This is one of their favorite meals. These kids
never hate this meal, and if you have kids, that's a big deal. Okay, we are going to sear this coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to put that sauce together. And again, if you have any questions for Chef Nugina that in terms of culinary skills or whatnot, shopping, go to Facebook. There's a picture of the two of us. Ask them there. Let's get these.
We're about to eat.
We're about to eat. So we'll see you in the 9 o'clock hour, and we will see you on the other side of this very short break.
All right.
All right, it's the segment that inspires you to combine herbs and flavors to cook your family a delicious meal like a chef.
Like a chef. So Molly is hanging out with a local chef who's doing just that this morning. Hey, Molly.
Yeah, it's been such a good morning. We are here with Chef Nugina Guyton. You know her from her restaurant, Jim Denny's. Next April, opening the Rougarou. So excited for that. But today, we are making some turkey meatballs with a yellow coconut curry sauce. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we have made the meatballs.
We've made the meatballs.
Now it's time to sauce it up.
Yep. So we're going to deglaze the pan in the same pan that we were making the meatballs in. We're going to deglaze that pan with some coconut cream. Good stuff. I like using coconut soda, and you can use any coconut soda that you find, and I like it because of the sugar that's in the coconut soda. Coconut cream doesn't have like a high sugar content, and I like my curries a little more on the sweeter side. So a coconut soda gives you the coconut and a little bit of punch.
So could you just add sugar, or it's not the same?
You could. Actually, you could. If you can't find coconut soda in your local grocery store, you could use, and I would recommend brown sugar for the depth of flavor. Brown sugar really gives it a kick. So
there's a lot of
There's
in this recipe.
There is. So speaking of kick, I like doing chili pods. I do like my stuff spicy. All the spices that I have here, we have yellow curry, star anise, some whole peppercorns, cumin, and the chili flakes. And we're just going to add all of that in there. Okay. We're going to give this a nice little mix and incorporate everything, and also get all the crumbly bumblies that are on the bottom of the pan from searing the meatballs. We're going to get those up.
The crumbly bumblies make the world go round,
they really do. They really do.
Okay.
Incorporate all that, and then we're going to add our meatballs.
Oh, okay. That smell just hit me. It's so good.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
So we're adding our meatballs back in. Again, these meatballs were par cooked. You don't want to cook them all the way through, because we want to be able to have the garlic and the ginger and the onion incorporate into this sauce as well.
And you said the longer that you can keep those cooking, the better.
The better.
You know, we were talking about meatball size, and I like them this size because there's more surface area for the sauce.
There is. They're completely going to get covered in this. We're going to turn the heat up. We're going to add a little chicken stock as well. There we go.
Yum. Okay, I think for anyone watching, you know, this is going to be such a delicious recipe, but I also think people who are watching are going to say, I can actually do this.
Yes.
This is one that's very approachable. I really do think people can make this at home for themselves, and I hope you do. We are going to post this recipe online after the show so that you can make it. And don't forget, coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, it's my favorite part because we get to sit and enjoy this while all of you watch. But we'll also answer your culinary questions. So you can go on Facebook or Instagram, find the picture of us, ask away, and we'll see you soon. You know, Chef Regina Guyton says food is love, and she must have known that I'm a big hugger. That's my love language, because this tastes exactly like a hug. Welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. I'm Molly Reel, live in the kitchen with Chef Regina. Throughout the morning, she has been showing us how to make a recipe that she loves to make at home for herself, for her kids. This is a turkey meatball and a yellow coconut curry sauce. It is amazing. It's affordable, it's approachable, and it's so delicious. Now, we're not just going to sit here and enjoy the food, although that would be good enough for me. But people have been asking questions all morning, so we thought we would ask you some of those questions as we enjoy these. Okay, so we mentioned that in April of next year, you're opening La Rougarou, your new restaurant. A lot of people, since you closed south in 2022,
yes.
When are you going to open again? So we have a lot of those questions. But first of all, where will La Rougarou be?
La Rougarou will be downtown on G and 15th Street. If you're familiar with the UC Davis Music Pavilion, we're literally right across the street.
Dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show.
Or a show and dinner. I love it. Okay, can you tell us anything that will be on the menu at La Rougarou, which I think is kind of a workaround way of saying.
Exactly. I think yes, it's coming back. The fried chicken is coming back. The biscuits are coming back. The cornbread is coming back. The fettuccine jambalaya is coming back. All of the hits are coming back, especially the fried chicken.
Did you hear that? Was there just a collective roar around all of Sacramento? A huge hooray. Okay, another question. Pecan pie and banana pudding, when are those coming back?
You can get those right now. At Jim Denny's, we do the pecan pie, the sweet potato pie, banana pudding, and the butterscotch pudding.
Okay.
But get there early. They go fast. We bake them, people come in and get like 4 or 5 slices and they dip. So don't get mad at me if you get there at like 2 o'clock and we have no pie.
Get there early, but it is there. You can get your fix. What is your favorite season to cook in?
My favorite season is summertime. I'm not gonna lie. I am a summertime girl. I love the heat. I love to barbecue. I love to grill. I love fresh fruit. There's just more that's available. I love growing my own vegetables too. So like being able to have get your own tomatoes and your own basil and all of those things. I love it. And I love late dinners. That's the other thing too. Like summertime, especially that Delta breeze kicks in. Go out on the patio. I love a late night summer dinner.
I love it. Okay, and finally, last question. Favorite thing to cook when you're entertaining? Fried chicken.
I try to think of something else. it's like it's
You
a
wanna
crowd-
show off.
I want to show off. It's a crowd favorite. It's just fun, and especially when we do events or I have dinners where there's a lot of kiddos coming too. I can do tenders for the kiddos and like on the bone chicken for the adults, and I think it's what I'm known for. It's what our family's known for. So yeah.
Well, you will continue that level of entertaining next April when you open the Rougarou. In the meantime, enjoy her food at Jim Denny's. It is so special, continuing a 91-year tradition here in Sacramento. Food and love and nostalgia, it's what you're all about, and you do it so well. Thank you for taking the time. I hope that you guys make this at home. It is the perfect recipe to make at home. And next time you're deciding, where should I eat out? Choose Jim Denny's. Go say hi to our friend, Chef Najina.
Yeah.
We'll send it back to you. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
y'all. Thank you.
Right? I had to look up the Rougarou. It's a Cajun mystic creature.
So good.
Think chupacabra, but
she-wolf.
in the Cajun family.
When she mentioned the puddings, we all went,
The roux?